Today I'm gonna show you how to create these anamorphic lens flares in Photoshop using Oniric. So I created two Oniric layers to build this, one for the headlights of the car and another one for the lights from the back. Let me show you how I created each of them. So let's start with the car headlights. To create a glow in Oniric, just press new and you will be creating a glow in all your images. What we want to do is just isolate the glow only on the headlights. To do that, enable the mask feature, go here on the headlight, and with the brush selected, just paint on the headlights like this. Once you have your mask painted there, update the mask clicking on this button. Now that you have updated your mask, you can see that Oniric will only create the glow on the headlights. So to build the lens flare, what you need to do is click on the glare feature and then you will see how some streaks is gonna appear. And what I want to do here is just increase the length of the glare like this all the way up to 3. Once I have that, you can see the glare is a little bit longer now and it has more fine streaks like this. So now let's go to the FX tab and increase the mix all the way to 100. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and I'm gonna change the blend to overlay. Now you can see the effect is a little bit strong here, but you can either play with the mix or saturation. Here I want to decrease the saturation just a little bit like this. If you want, for example, the colors, the grading color from red, green and blue to be like shorter, you can increase the frequency all the way up. Or you can decrease the frequency if you want smoother transitions with it. Now to control how sharp or smooth the transition of each color is gonna be, you can use the blur slider. For example, if I decrease the blur slider all the way to 0, you will see that you have sharper edges like here. I'm gonna increase the frequency a little bit so you can see better. And then what I want to do is just blend the colors a little bit more. So I'm gonna increase the blur like this. So something like that. I like this a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go back again to my settings tab. What I want to do here is enable the colorize feature here. Click on it and you will be able to colorize the lens flare like this. I want to change the color of the flare to something bluish like this. Maybe I'm gonna change the hue to something like this, to 137. And then you can see now it's looking more something like a sci-fi lens flare. And here, if you want to recover some of the color of the effects of the glare spectrum, what you need to do is just decrease a little bit the saturation here. And you will recover more color from the glare spectrum like this. And that's all. You can decrease a little bit the saturation here as well. And once you have this, just click on save. And if the size of your image is big, it's gonna take a little bit longer. And the smaller the size of your image, is gonna take less time to render. So let's hit save and wait for Oniric to render at full resolution. Now as you can see, you have this layer separated from your image and it's fully non-destructive workflow. So if I want to use the same settings to build the lens flares on the light on the back, what I will need to do is just create a preset for these settings. So click on your Oniric element that you already created, click on edit, and Oniric will open again the UI and everything. So now once you are inside of it, you go to the presets tab and then hit on this button and you will be able to, let's say, headlight flares. Let's hit save. And if you see, I already had one. So I create another one for this. And you can press cancel now. And now hit new again to create a new glow for the back lights. And go now to the settings tab, press on mask and zoom in. And then just paint. Decrease the brush size like this, something smaller, so you can control better the mask. And then paint on the areas that you want the flares to appear like this. Paint here, oops, paint here, paint here. Okay, once you have your mask, just hit on the update button and it will update the mask, right? So as you can see, it's difficult to see something right now because the threshold is very low for the light that is on the image on the back. So what I want to do now is go to the presets tab and click on your preset that you already created. Click on it, and if you cannot see something, it's because you need to increase the threshold. Okay, so use the X-ray to see how much light is Oniric getting from your image. So increase the threshold, something like this. And let's deactivate the X-ray again, and you can see now Oniric is getting more light from your image, but I cannot see the flare. Well, you can decrease the length from the glares like this, and you'll be able to see the glare now. And also you can increase the exposure as well. So there you go. You have now the lens flares for the back. You can play around with the saturation as well. Maybe probably the temperature of the lights on the back is different, maybe warmer tone, something like that. And you can decrease the saturation more to recover a little bit of the FX like this. And you can see now you have some really cool lens flare on the back like this. Now there's an extra tip here that I want to show you. If you see here on the glare, we have this drop down menu and you have 2, 4, 6. This means the amount of rays that you will have on your glare. So if you change this to 4 and then you change the rotation to something like maybe 45, something like this, and you'll see a really cool effect, really cool star that you can use for the lights like this. But we're gonna talk about this in another tutorial. So let's go back to the old settings. And then now press save, and Oniric will create a new layer for these lights. So there you go. This is a way that you can build lens flares in Photoshop using Oniric. And let me know in the comments what do you think about this, and how would you use this Oniric technique in your images to build lens flares. So if you like this tutorial, please like it, subscribe and share it with your friends so they can learn new ways to use Oniric. Thank you very much, my name is Mario and see you in the next video.